Welcome, Shadow Seekers, to American Shadows, Crimes and Chronicles. Today, we're unearthing a tale that'll haunt your thoughts long after it ends. Whether you're glued to the screen or just listening in, you're in for a wild ride through history's darkest corners. If you're new, hit subscribe to join our mission of exposing America's hidden truths. Regulars, your likes fuel our journey into the unknown. Now, let's peel back the layers of time and reveal the secrets beneath. Ready? Let's begin. 6 friends, 1 broken taillight, the $18.9 million mistake. Hello friends, and welcome to American Shadows, Crimes and Chronicles. Today we're diving into a tale of greed, meticulous planning, and a single misstep that brought it all crashing down. On September 12th, 1997, in the dead of night, 6 childhood friends pulled off the largest cash robbery in U.S. history, walking away with a staggering $18.9 million. But, as we'll see, even the most carefully laid plans can unravel with one small oversight. How does a trusted employee transform into the mastermind of a multi-million-dollar heist? What drives ordinary men to risk everything for a taste of unimaginable wealth? And how can a single broken taillight bring down an entire criminal enterprise? Before we delve into this audacious tale, I want to extend my heartfelt thanks to all of you who support our work. Your engagement fuels our passion for uncovering these shadowy chapters of American history. Our story begins not in the glitz and glamour of Los Angeles, but in the working-class neighborhoods of Long Beach, California. Here, Alan Pace III, a man with a seemingly bright future, worked as a regional safety inspector for Dunbar Armored. It was a position of trust, one that gave him intimate knowledge of the company's operations, security protocols, and most importantly, the layout of their main vault in Los Angeles. But beneath Pace's professional exterior, a daring plan was taking shape. For months, he meticulously studied every aspect of the Dunbar facility. He noted the blind spots in the security cameras, memorized the guard schedules, and identified the perfect moment to strike. This wasn't just a robbery in the making, it was a masterclass in criminal planning. As his scheme grew more complex, Pace knew he couldn't pull it off alone. He turned to 5 childhood friends from his early days in Compton: Eugene Hill, Freddie McCrary, Terry Brown, Thomas Johnson, and Eric Boyd. These weren't hardened criminals, but ordinary men seduced by the promise of extraordinary wealth. For months, Pace drilled his team like a military unit. Every movement, every second was accounted for. They rehearsed until each man could perform his role blindfolded. The plan was audacious. They would strike on a Friday night when the vault would be full of the week's cash deposits, but security would be at its most relaxed. As midnight struck on September 12, 1997, the 6 men approached the Dunbar Armored Depot in a rented U-Haul truck, their hearts racing with a mixture of fear and exhilaration. Using Pace's inside knowledge, they bypassed the security systems with ease. They quickly overpowered the few guards on duty, using zip ties to restrain them. Inside the vault, they worked with practiced precision. In less than 30 minutes, they had loaded the U-Haul with an incredible $18.9 million in cash, most of it in $20 bills to make it easier to launder. As they drove away into the night, they must have felt invincible. They had just pulled off the largest cash robbery in U.S. history without firing a single shot. In the days that followed, Los Angeles was abuzz with news of the heist. The FBI was called in, and a massive investigation was launched. But the robbers had left almost no traces behind. They had worn masks and gloves, leaving no fingerprints or DNA evidence. They had disabled the security cameras. It seemed like the perfect crime. The 6 friends lay low, slowly beginning to enjoy their newfound wealth. They bought homes and cars, invested in businesses. They were careful not to flaunt their sudden riches too obviously, but the temptation was great. For months it seemed they had gotten away with it. But as is often the case in tales like these, it was a small, seemingly insignificant detail that would be their undoing. During the heist, a taillight on their U-Haul truck had cracked and fallen off at the scene. At first, investigators thought little of it. Debris at a crime scene was nothing unusual, but as leads dried up and the case went cold, they returned to this small piece of evidence. Through painstaking analysis, FBI investigators were able to determine that the taillight came from a 14-foot U-Haul truck. They then discovered that such a truck had been rented the day before the heist in Long Beach, California. And here's where the robbers' luck ran out. The truck had been rented under one of the perpetrators' real names. This break in the case was all the FBI needed. They began to unravel the conspiracy, tracking down each of the 6 friends. As they closed in, the once tight group began to fracture. Some attempted to flee, others tried to hide their ill-gotten gains. But one by one, they were apprehended. The final blow came when Eugene Hill, under pressure from investigators, decided to cooperate. His testimony was the key that unlocked the entire case, leading to the arrest and conviction of all 6 men involved in the heist. The trial that followed was a sensation. The public was captivated by the tale of 6 ordinary men who had come so close to living out a criminal fantasy. Alan Pace III, as the mastermind and insider, received the harshest sentence, 24 years in federal prison. His co-conspirators received sentences ranging from 8 to 19 years. But the story doesn't end with their convictions. Of the $18.9 million stolen, only about $9 million was ever recovered. Speculation ran wild about where the rest of the money might be hidden. Had the robbers managed to secret away millions before their arrests? Or had it been spent in a frenzy of luxury and excess? The Dunbar Armored heist sent shockwaves through the security industry. Companies across the country reassessed their protocols, particularly regarding insider threats. The idea that a trusted employee could orchestrate such a massive theft was a wake-up call for many. Armored car companies nationwide began overhauling their security measures, tightening protocols, and investing in new technologies to prevent similar incidents. For ordinary Americans, the Dunbar heist was a reminder of the vulnerabilities in systems we often take for granted. It raised questions about the security of their own money and the trustworthiness of those charged with protecting it. Banks and businesses had to reassure their customers that their funds were safe, leading to increased transparency and security measures. The case also highlighted the allure of the perfect crime in American culture. It spawned numerous books, documentaries, and fictional retellings, captivating the public imagination. For some, the robbers became anti-heroes, ordinary men who dared to challenge the system, even if their methods were illegal. As we reflect on this audacious heist, we're left with intriguing questions. What drives ordinary people to risk everything for a chance at ill-gotten wealth? How thin is the line between a trusted employee and a potential threat? And, in our modern age of digital surveillance and forensic science, is the perfect crime truly possible? This is American Shadows, where we peer into the darker corners of our nation's past. Until next time, remember that even the most carefully planned schemes can often unravel due to the smallest of oversights. The Dunbar Armored heist stands as a testament to both the audacity of criminal ambition and the relentless pursuit of justice. As we go about our daily lives, let's take a moment to consider the choices we make and the consequences they might bring. For in understanding these tales of crime and punishment, we gain insight into the complexities of human nature and the eternal struggle between temptation and integrity. The echoes of that September night in 1997 continue to resonate, reminding us that in the world of crime, it's often the smallest details that write the final chapter. As we wrap up today's journey through history, I want to express our sincere gratitude to each of you for watching, commenting, and liking. Your engagement fuels our passion for sharing these stories. To our commenters, whose names you see on screen, thank you for your insights and perspectives. Whether you loved the video or offered constructive feedback, every comment helps us grow and improves our content. Here at American Shadows, we're dedicated to uncovering the lesser-known chapters of American history. It's a privilege to share these daily glimpses into our nation's past with such an engaged audience. Thank you for being part of our historical adventure. We look forward to exploring more untold stories with you tomorrow. Until then, keep your curiosity alive.